B-I-T. Wait, let's go. What's your name, baby? What's your sign? Well, I just seen her from afar. I'm like, what's your name? Baby, what's your sign? What's on your mind?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Mike Ramirez, Spelling Bee champion. You already know. That's my brother and co-host, Big Nando, and we're the MMA Bros. Mixed martial art brothers, you already know what another crazy weekend. UFC 286 in London was amazing. First of all, we'd like to welcome in a new audience. Thank you guys for just supporting us. We already have 7,000 plus views on YouTube alone the last week or two. Facebook's been going crazy. Thousands of engagements. We love it. Thank you guys. Keep commenting your opinions. Let us know what you like, don't like. We love it all. All right. We're going to dive right into UFC 286 London, right at the top. Headshot.
Let's
dead.
Get it.
Leon Rocky Edwards takes out Kamaru Usman once again, but this time by majority decision. Wow, man. Give me your thoughts.
Thoughts. Headshot dead. Headshot dead. Man, hey, shout out Leon Edwards, man. Perfect game plan. He laid that out of perfection. What we thought about Kamaru Usman having the little reactions, or how is he going to react now that he got such a vicious knockout? It showed out in this fight. We could see that he was timid. We could see that he was trying to grab. He could not even grab Leon, really. He could not really do much with him. Minus the little point that they took away or whatever with the cage grab. But besides that, he was having problems trying to take him down. And that was really his only game plan. And since he couldn't come with that game plan, guess what? It was over with. Leon stuffed the takedown perfectly almost every single time. He had 50 kicks. I think 50 out of 53 landed. I mean, he stopped them. We know Usman has them bad knees. Stopped them. Leon did what he was supposed to do. I didn't think it was going to happen like that, to be honest. I thought Kamaru was going to come in there, put his game plan on the line, hold them. I thought he was going to do enough just to win the round. He couldn't do that. Leon is the champ, and still, baby, that was nice, man.
Beautiful performance. Two judges had it 48-46. That's what I had it scored. And one judge had it 47-47. So Leon wins a majority decision. Wow. The vibes were amazing. I mean, everything from, the press conference, headshot dead, from, just the energy at the weigh-ins to just his walkout to when he's in there, to when Kamaru Usman walks up to him, does his, octagon walk where he, says, this is my mat, this is my, everything. And of course, Leon just pulls out the trigger.
Leon shooting at him. Yeah.
So
that was wrong.
Wow, and just everybody was behind Leon. You heard the crowd just going crazy for him, booing Usman. Wow, Leon struck it 108 to 161, significant strikes. So he was 67% landed on significant strikes, which is an amazing. It's amazing feat. I mean, this guy was chopping him down, leg shots, body shots. He went up a couple times, but that's what Usman, he just kept. He kept it up the entire time, but that's the only reason. I mean, that's the only reason. I mean, even the first round, Leon kicked him right in the liver, and he kind of buckled a little bit just because he wasn't really blocking the body shots. He wasn't blocking the body shots. You know what I'm saying? Well, he was trying to later, but at the same time, he didn't want to get another headshot. And you can't blame him after the last one. I mean, fighters
are now. Usman shouted him out too. Usman shouted him out after the fight and said, perfect game plan, because he noticed what he was doing. He was setting them up all that lower half, and he couldn't block all those all the time because he was too focused on the headshot.
Right. And UFC fighters are now 3-12 after trying to win their belt back after an immediate rematch, after they were champion.
Immediate rematch,
which is incredible. A lot of people were just like, there's no way Leon's gonna win, or you've seen how the Usman was doing the first couple fights. I mean, I pretty much called it somewhat like this because I just knew it was going to be a chess match. I knew that Leon would have a little bit of home court advantage or home octagon advantage, if you would say. I knew he would, have the momentum. I knew he would have the confidence. I knew, that Usman was going to be a little gun shy. Ultimately, his game plan, what he did, Usman, was, basically track him down the entire fight and just go straight at him. But the thing is, that doesn't really necessarily gain you points or, in the judge's favor. You have to,
you got to be doing something.
Inflict damage. Yeah, you got to inflict damage. And he was going forward, and Leon was basically slipping a couple in, for every one that he would land. Leon hit him harder. Leon overall just landed the more telling and powerful shots. So congrats to Leon Rocky Edwards. And then, of course, controversy right after with Dana White's announcing that Colby Chaos Covington.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, that one was a shocker. It was a shocker that Colby even pulled up, and then he was the backup for the fight. That shocked everybody. Leon Edwards and Usman themselves didn't even know. They were like, "Well, wait, Colby's the." It's kind of like, what was going on here? I was like, well, it was exciting to us. We're like, wait, Colby. We thought the dude was hiding. We didn't know if he was in the forest. We didn't know if he was in Asia, Africa. We didn't know if he was in the swamps of Miami. We didn't know where he was at. We thought he was in court with George Masvidal. So for him to come out, and then now the shocker banger alert for the post fight press conference that they had, saying that he's for sure going to be the next title fight for Leon Edwards. I mean, wow. If it's my personal opinion, I don't really think he deserves it.
Yeah,
it's hard to say who deserves it though. But I mean, you come from hiding out the woodworks, and you just come up and I think maybe because he did step in as that backup fighter at the last minute, he's being rewarded for that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Leon called it a Dana White privilege. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. You got guys like, of course, like Bilal, that deserve it, but it
Gilbert
looks like
Burns,
right? But it looks like obviously he's forming a fight. Bilal's forming a fight. Shavkat Rakhmonov, it looks like, and of course Gilbert Burns is taking on Masvidal. So yeah, there's I guess we're gonna see how it plays out, but it's looking like Colby's next. If Dana says it kind of like that, even though he says after fights I don't make fights, but sometimes he does anomalies. So that one's pretty crazy.
But that will be exciting though. I'm looking forward to that matchup still though too. Colby versus Leon is super fire.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy matchup. Because Colby's definitely a different style of wrestler than Usman. So definitely looking forward to that one if it happens. Let's go straight into the co-main event. Just in the highlight, Gaethje takes out Rafael Fiziev. What a bloody war. Well, on the Rafael Fiziev side at least. Justin Gaethje beats Rafael Fiziev, and he beats him in a unanimous decision. And he was a little bit slower than Rafael Fiziev, but Justin he was just a monster in there. He's taking on the chin. He was taking shots, and you could tell he was just Rafa had the speed advantage for sure. I mean, it was clear as day. But just what you said during our last episode is just the experience took him over. Experience won him this fight. So I mean, hats off to Justin to highlight Gaethje because he is looking like he's fit for another title run.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I honestly I thought I would see more of a beating with Justin Gaethje. It almost looked like he didn't take anything. I mean, he did to me lose that first round. But he was still, it seemed like he was reading them out a bit. And then, he found that timing. And something like Conor McGregor's always said, that timing beats, power and speed. And when you have that timing and you have that game plan, Justin Gaethje, just like Usman, they have Trevor Whitman, one of the best coaches in the world. So their game plan was phenomenal. I mean, he just kept looking better as the fight went on. He looked like he was ready to go 4 or 5, and then we've seen Rafael Fiziev. I mean, gosh, he had a bloody face afterwards. It was looking bad. Justin Gaethje, man, shout out to him. What an incredible performance.
Yeah, it's just tough to say what's next for Rafael Fiziev, but there's so many fights to happen in the lightweight division.
There's so many. Yeah.
So many.
You could give him Gamrot. You could give him Jalen Turner. There's a lot of fights.
Yeah, exactly. And Justin Gaethje, he's looking like he's probably going to rematch Dustin to try to get in title contention, which is, of course, is a great one. Next fight on the docket, Gunnar Nelson submits Brian Barberena. Wow, this was a good one too. I mean, it was a first rounder, one rounder. You've seen Gunnar come out in his karate style, which is always kind of unique because he's a wrestler. So, he always comes out with this hands low, hips wide, kind of bouncing back and forth. And you kind of just seeing that he was trying to just inch his way in every second of the fight, just move inches way in, inches way in, inches way in. And finally, after a few minutes, gets him against fence, gets him down to the ground. Ultimately, he's a monster on the ground. So he just ultimately gets Brian Barberena in a bad position and just snatches his arm, pulls him, arm bar, night's over, first round.
It was a wrap.
Yeah.
Brian Barberena, he can stand with a lot of those other guys, and even maybe some of those younger guys. The man on the ground, that ground game is a different game out there.
Yeah. So first rounder, it's tough to say, because Gunnar was off for a while, so it's tough to say. Once again, though, there's a lot of fights in the division, but it's tough to say kind of what's next for both of them. Just because he has had a long layoff, and Brian Barberena obviously is now on a couple loss skid. So we'll see what happens next with that. Then we're going straight to Jennifer Maia. Outstrikes and beats Casey O'Neill. A lot of people, including myself, didn't think it was possible. Just didn't think she kind of really was going to be able to implement that game plan where she outstruck a younger Casey O'Neill. But you did see Casey O'Neill kind of maybe just a step slower, just behind, just because overall, the ACL injury from her layoff for a year, for almost I think over a year actually. Casey O'Neill she did look a little slower in there, and that ultimately took an effect. And congrats to Jennifer Maia for winning that one.
Yeah, what an impressive performance. I think most people had Casey O'Neill winning that fight. I heard from most of the UFC fighters when they were picking, everybody's Casey O'Neill. I'm like, hold on, Maia's super experienced. I don't know. I think with her game plan, she could do it, and she definitely proved to do it. Shout out to her. What a beautiful performance.
Yeah, unanimous decision win for her. So congrats to her. Next, which was opening the card, of course, was a banger. Marvin Vettori fights Roman Dolidze. Wow, man. I thought, watching the fight, it was kind of tough to call in a way, just because it almost looked like, to me at least, like Dolidze almost outstruck him, or just kind of he was definitely, stronger in there, hitting them harder shots. But at the end of the day, once again, it was one of those things, kind of just like the Justin Gaethje fight, where that experience, that fighting the championships and just fighting high level guys consistently. Of course, that it took over, and it was just clear as day here. Marvin Vettori wins the decision over Roman Dolidze. And it's great for him right now, just with a lot of movement. Of course, with the belt in his division, and things are looking good for Marvin Vettori.
Oh yeah, I mean, you nailed it on the head. It was almost exactly how that Justin Gaethje Rafael Fiziev played out. It was like that first round. I was like, Dolidze, he seemed like he was winning, and then that experience just took over. And it's like, hold on, let me get in my rhythm now. And Marvin Vettori showed that he could do what he do. It was a freaking slugfest. Them dudes were throwing fire, man. I was like, wow, any one of those could have cracked them. They could have been stopped a while ago. But, shout out to both of them for what. That was a nice fight. I enjoyed that fight a lot. What a great fight to start off the card.
Yeah, it's still crazy to me that Marvin Vettori outstruck him that much. It was kind of just bonkers. In my words,
was the numbers that much different? Because it looks so close to me just on the eye test.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Marvin Vettori 106 out of 218 total strikes compared to Roman Dolidze 71 out of 192.
Oh wow! Yeah.
The total strikes. Yeah, exactly. Which is basically the same as submissions.
30 total strikes more. Yeah, man, that's averaging out to 10 more strikes around.
Yeah, which is crazy. Once again, like I said, it was hard to call during the fight because I thought it was somewhat even, but I'm just like, I didn't know. But after the fight, you see kind of by the numbers, you're like, yeah, I guess, we're just doing the base
all those little strikes and those little kicks and those little jabs and, Yeah, they add up.
100%, 100%. So you already know was UFC 286 London main card recap. We're going straight into our next topic, guys.
Let's get it.
UFC on ESPN 43 this weekend, San Antonio. This one is going to be a banger. Main card, main event. Corey Sandhagen versus Chito Vera, Marlon Chito Vera. Yes, this one's going to be fireworks. Yes, this is a guaranteed banger. This one is it could go all 5 rounds, but it's tough to say. These guys are killers, so it could be a chess match, where they're just kind of break each other down and they both last, but I could see one chopping the other down. Who do you got in this one?
For these last few weeks and even since the fight has been announced, I was looking at both of their fighting styles and just my eye test and what I see from both of these fighters. I had been going Corey Sandhagen, but after these last few days, I'm going to go Chito Vera on this one. The way that he's been fighting is looking unstoppable. I think his IQ is getting better and better with each fight. He's showing that he can figure things out later in the fight. He can get these knockouts. He's one of the hardest strikers in this division. I could see him putting away a Corey Sandhagen. I could also see them going all 5 rounds and Corey outpointing him. I could see that. I don't see Corey knocking out Chito, which could always happen, but I don't see that. Chito winning by points is really not on my main thought that I see. I can see more of a knockout, but I think I'm going to go Chito Vera on this, and I think he finds out a way to break down Corey Sandhagen and have those explosive hits in the later rounds that can really hurt him and do damage to
him. What's that? Oh, okay. A producer's in my ear. He's saying that was dead wrong.
Is that what he said?
I agree. and I agree. Marlon Chito Vera is an amazing fighter and a great streak. He just once again he's another Justin Gaethje who just he's fighter's favorite fighter. He's everybody loves to watch him. He's just an amazing guy. He deserves a title shot even before this one.
Yes.
But I see it going a little differently. I see Corey Sandhagen somehow being able to stop Marlon Chito Vera, which is tough to say, which is wild to even say, right? Because how hard is it to even stop Marlon Vera? I mean, I think he's been stopped once in his career, maybe twice. I think so. I mean, this guy is just an amazing fighter. He's just so durable. I mean, who's more durable than that guy? You can keep breaking him down while he's breaking somebody else down. This guy is just an amazing fighter. Overall, I just think it is going to be another war. This one is going to be. I think it's going to be a late stoppage, maybe 4th or 5th round TKO. Corey Sandhagen's going to stop him late. Maybe
he's going to get stopped late. Yeah, I think so too.
He's gonna stop him. He's gonna stop him late. I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm saying I can see Chito kind of, because he starts off slow. That's the thing with Chito Vera. He starts off very slow. And I can see Corey Sandhagen getting the first couple rounds and kind of teeing off and getting his momentum, getting his footwork, getting his spacing, things like that. And then all of a sudden he just needs one more round, and then he squeaks out one, and then he wins 3-2 or 4-1 or whatever the judges see. So I'm thinking kind of something like possibly like the Leon Usman fight, where it's kind of it's gonna go, it's gonna be a chess match, but it's gonna be more of a war. And I think Corey Sandhagen is gonna be able to take him out in 4th or 5th round. If not, he's gonna win a decision. But that is my pick for this week. So we already know, it's me and the producer against Big Nando. So it's two pretty obvious. Which pick to make
I had
here?
A couple of the producers in my ear giving me some answers.
Yeah. All right, and now the co-main event: Holly Holm takes on Yana Kunitskaya, right? It's kind of hard to say. Kunitskaya.
it beats me.
Yeah, exactly. So Holly Holm takes out Yana. She's, Holly Holm obviously is everybody's legend. She's an amazing kickboxer.
Yeah.
What a great career she's had. She's actually a 215 favorite on this one. So they're possibly either, maybe leading her to a way to get that title shot and maybe, finish her career that way. Just because her last fight, a lot of people thought, she won, including myself. I thought she won the fight. So I think that's what they're, possibly leading up to. What do you think about this, matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to go against Holly Holm, but these up and coming fighters are hungry. So Yana's going to be looking to put her stamp on this fight and try to really get that name under her belt so she can get a title contention. At the same time, Holly Holm doesn't want to lose this one because she will be out the mix. She's getting a little later in her career where you kind of got to start winning the rest of your fights to be in that title contention. So, this is going to be a very interesting fight. They're both fighting for contender position to get that belt. So they're going to be fighting. They're going to be scrapping out there. And, we do all love a Holly Holm fight. We know she can stand up with the best of them. So it's going to be a nice war out there. I can't wait to see that fight.
Definitely. And, Holly Holm is 41 years old. So, it's
oh, man. Wow, yeah.
So,
so this is definitely probably her last title run.
Right. So obviously what I'm thinking is if she does lose this weekend, she's probably going to put her gloves in the center of the octagon,
oh, man, yeah.
Because I really thought she beat Caitlin Vieira last fight too. So that one really kind of stopped her momentum. So,
Yeah, definitely was close, yeah. I'm going to go with Holly Holm in this one just for that hunger, that grit, that determination. And she's been there with the best of the best, not only in this UFC career, also in the kickboxing career and the boxing career that she's had. So I think I'm going to go with Holly Holm on this one.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, definitely. We both got Holly Holm on this one. It's going to be a great one. Hopefully she gets the win because we do want to see her, get a last title run. She deserves it. She's a legend.
I hope so, yeah. It'd be nice.
So we'll see what happens in that. Of course, there's a lot of great fights on this one for the UFC San Antonio this weekend, so check that out. There's a lot of good cards on. One Fight Night 8 is this weekend as well, and of course, we can't go into our last segment without mentioning Anderson Silva just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. So what another legend! This is just an amazing feat, and of course, he was UFC middleweight champion from 2006 to 2013. So 7 years. Of course, he has a 16 fight win streak, which is just tough. Just untouchable. Just what a great, amazing guy, and of course, what an amazing legendary career for Anderson Silva.
Oh yeah, one of the GOATs for sure, man. Shout out to him. None but respect for him. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Amazing fighter.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, reintroducing. Okay, let's go. Every week, segment, too much sauce. You already know it's the hottest segment in all of sports. It's the hottest segment in everything.
Too much sauce.
Hey, so you already know it's gonna be the best knockout, best submission, best buzzer beater, best feel-good moment.
The sauciest sauced up moment,
Big Nando, what do you got for your too much sauce this week?
Man, this week was real saucy. I almost wanted to go with Justin Gaethje because he was real saucy in there, but I'm going to go with my boy, Muhammad Mokaev. Mokaev, if you guys did not see the fight, he did something ridiculous. I know you've seen it. It was crazy.
Yes.
They had him in a leg lock, and it hyperextended so bad. I was looking at the TV like, ugh, that's one of those where it hurts you to watch it. Yeah. You're going to look away almost. Ugh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, my gosh, his leg was bending. It was arcing. It was turning into a rainbow form, a half circle. It was crazy. And he got out of this. And he gets out of this, and then he ends up putting him in the other guy in the rear naked choke and finishing the fight. It was absolutely ridiculous for him to not even tap out. How do you not tap out? This has to be one of the toughest guys in the whole UFC. I just seen an amateur fight where he was also in an arm lock. They had him in a nasty arm bar, and he wasn't tapping either. So this guy's he's tough as nails, and he had a very, very saucy performance. So that's my week's pick for too much sauce. Muhammad Mokaev getting out of that leg lock Hey, shout out to him. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, man. His knee is definitely shredded after that, but he's only 22 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
His knee is
so
bad, super
follow
bad.
this guy. He's looking like he's going to have a promising career. We'll see what's next for him, and hopefully he has a speedy recovery.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
too much sauce is Gunnar Nelson. First round after a long layoff, which was just an amazing. Once again, he just snatched up Brian Barberena's arm like it was kind of nothing. Once he got to the ground, he just overpowered him. Just was way too much for him. Gunnar Nelson just looking amazing.
Overpowered him. No
Performance of the night. So he got that bonus again. Speaking about bonuses, Justin Highlight Gaethje, wins another bonus. I mean, just going on a tear with the most bonuses
11 bonuses and 11 fights.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, that guy is amazing. So shout out to Gunnar Nelson for winning my Too Much Sauce. Muhammad Mokaev for winning Big Nando's Too Much Sauce. Too Much Sauce segment. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 7. Episode 6 came out, last week. Check that out. Episode 8 next week. Check that out. YouTube's going bonkers. Follow us on Instagram at MMA Bros Podcast, Facebook at MMA Bros Podcast, YouTube subscribe, MMA Bros Podcast, and y'all already know. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, and of course, drink water and stretch, baby. Drink water and stretch, baby. MMA Bros signing off.
You dig?
Yeah, see. Let's go. What's your name, baby? What's your sign? Well, I just seen her from afar. I'm like, what's your name? Baby, what's your sign? What's on your mind? You's a pretty young thing, and I love your vibes. I've been trying to make you mine. I'm like, what's your name?